Good morning. Well, here we are on Tuesday, and this is Sacred Sharing. My name's Maggie Chula. It's good to meet you here. I just want to say good morning. Come join in my sacred circle and help me bring light and love and laughter into the world. And I would love to know who's online with me, where you're from, and I love it when you come and share that with me. So, as I said, it's Tuesday morning, and I'm here to help you and me bring love, light, and laughter into the world. I'm just going to take a moment and let myself really breathe in the beautiful light of the earth. I wanted to have the earth as my background today, and it's hard to know how to do that when it's raining, or goodness only knows what it's like outside where you are. But it isn't quite this green and sweet and natural where I am, because I live in Hudson, Wisconsin. We're up on the bluffs of the St. Croix Valley, of the St. Croix River. And so I love to hear where you're all from, and it's so fun to see these things stream by as I'm talking. But as I've shared before, I will come back later and address some of the things that are being said, because it can be very distracting to see, but it's wonderful to watch later. So welcome to my sanctuary, and welcome to another day here on planet Earth. Yes, I did want to address the fact that it's spring, and we are so blessed to be here on this lovely planet. One of my favorite things is going outside in nature, and that's how I truly do meditate and bond with the earth. And on days when I can't go out, I have this beautiful screen behind me, and I can look at the trees and feel I'm in the forest, because let me tell you, I have a vivid imagination. Were you told that when you were little? You have such an imagination. It's really a blessing. Did you know that? That we are heading into a time when I'm finally in sync with life. Right now, the most important thing you can learn to do is learn to listen to your intuition, to honor your imagination, and to let yourself really feel. Because as we've been talking about, we are in a time of extreme expansion, both for the world, for the earth, and for the universe. Because as you expand and grow, so grows the universe, right? We're all connected. You, me, the trees, the planet, the different planets, and all of the animals. Now, right before I came on, I did see an article, a video about a very lonely elephant, and she needs help to be able to get out of her zoo. And it just sent my heart crashing down, because it's so sad to think of any creature being lonely, being kept locked up. But so many of us do that to ourselves. Do you understand that? How you might have done that to yourself. And for you and I to come out and to be able to share to the people around us, we believe that we are all connected to the source. We believe there's a higher power in the universe that cares, that helps all the other people who maybe don't feel strong enough to say that. That gives them hope. That gives them hope. That will give that beautiful animal hope. But we need to do more than that. We need to take action. And our actions can be free. It can be as simple as envisioning the earth with all these light beings, with all this love just beaming down, and seeing the people around you smiling and holding hands and saying hello, and opening up our hearts to say we care about children, we care about animals, we care about older people who can't get out and need food. We care. We do care. And we know that if we help ourselves, that is helping others. But if we can get outside of our own problems and fears and really get out there and help people who are less fortunate than us, then our happiness triples. It's an interesting thing to try, and I highly recommend it as an experiment for you to help you know how connected you are to the universe. There's such a myriad of ways that you can improve your life and also improve the life of everyone around you, that I like to come here on Tuesdays and do my bit. I am a person who wakes up in the morning and loves my life. Now, it wasn't always that way. There were plenty of times when I would hit the alarm and go, oh, no, give me 5 more minutes, give me 5 more minutes. But I learned to turn that around. And I learned to turn it around as I studied mind. I studied the mind. I studied mind control. I studied hypnosis, words, thoughts, feelings. How do I react to it? How do other people react to it? And I found all these different things I studied boiled down to one main message. We are made from love. We are love, and love flows through us freely as long as we don't block it through fears, through worries, through concerns for ourselves. Now, it's good to take time out to know who you are, and it's really good to set your boundaries with others because people affect us. Your energy can affect me, and my energy can affect you. And I'm hoping that my energy is so full of positive vibrations, you can feel it through this camera. You can feel it wherever you are. And I love hearing where you're from. It's so fun to see that there are people from England, people from Africa, people from Australia who have looked at these videos. And it's great to think that someday I can come out and see the country where you live, see the earth where you are, because I love exploring and getting to meet new people. So it was just wonderful. If you share this, I appreciate this. If you tell me where you're from, I love that. And if you give me some love, that helps too. But I came here also to share with you some of the things that we have out on our experts.omtimes platform. Because remember, I'm an expert teacher, a spiritual teacher. I teach about the soul. I teach about the life between lives. What are you doing here on this earth? What is your purpose? What is a soul? Where did your soul begin? How can learning about you as a soul help you heal your physical body? Isn't that amazing? It actually helps you heal on a physical level. And the one thing I've learned through all of my travels and all of the illnesses that I sometimes do not feel fortunate that I experienced, but many of us who are healers, who are teachers, who are spiritual teachers, have come from chaotic backgrounds, backgrounds in violence, backgrounds with a lot of illness, and we learn how to move forward from there. We learn how to stand in the truth of our soul, that we are connected to God, And that is a force and an energy that is greater than anything man can share with us. That is the truth. And when you get to that aha moment, that you really are an everlasting soul, that this life is a slice of your soul's existence, and you have lived before, many times before, on this planet, on other planets, wherever it is in your imagination that takes you, all of that is important to you. It might not matter to me, and I might not even understand it, but I respect your right and your knowledge because you're the one who knows you the best. In these travels and in the time I have spent learning how to be healthy, learning how to be alive and well, and even going out into the world and bringing my truth, knowing sometimes I'm talking to people who do not believe me, I still talk my truth because it is my truth. And I don't want to be a fake person. I've done that for years. I told my son when I quit my corporate job, I've tried being normal. I tried to be normal while you were growing up. And he laughed at me and he goes, "That was you being normal?" I said, "Wasn't it? I thought I fit in pretty well. I had a corporate job. I did PTA. I was a Girl Scout leader. But I couldn't share with people. Do you see that beautiful being standing right beside you? Because when I was growing up, that just wasn't something we did. But nowadays, I have a granddaughter, and she can talk angel to me, and it's okay. And other people think, oh, isn't that cute? Yeah, it might be cute, but it's also exciting. It's exciting. I love to hear what you know. I love to hear what other people think. And I want to be able to see it with you. So, my message here today is pretty clear. It's let's start to embrace our imagination. Did you know that when I look back on my healing, and I've healed from strokes, I've healed from Crohn's disease, I've healed from having arthritis in every joint in my body, what I found was none of it was logical. None of it. If I was looking for a logical reason, that didn't help me at all. What that did was suppress the illness so that I was okay then, but then it jumped to another part of my body. Have you ever experienced that? You know, you really get to a point where you're through, you're done, you're not going to have that illness, that disease, that problem anymore, but then you just go on to something else. It's kind of like some of us do that with relationships. And what I've gathered and what I've learned is if you can expand your conscious understanding of who you are and really open up to the fact that maybe you've known this person before and maybe you have a sacred contract, and in that contract you're both here to help each other heal. It helps. So when you meet someone, my favorite thing to do when I meet a new person is take a mental timeout and go, what's the lesson for me in this relationship? And I let my intuition come through. I let my knowing come through. And I make note of what I hear. And sometimes it's really doesn't make a lot of sense at the time, but it makes sense later. Sometimes it's years later. But now that I've kept a journal and I've kept information about my own soul language, I'm learning. I'm learning what these things mean. So if I say, what's my lesson with this person? And I see them walking away and my arms are wide open, embracing them, saying, but I'm here for you when you want to be with me. I mean, at first I'm like, oh, okay, so my lesson is this person's going to walk away? No, my lesson was learn to love with your arms wide open. Learn to love and embrace and accept every part of that person, even the part that I maybe don't understand, that's very different from me. Embrace that and see in them their truth. See in them the divine nature of God. Now, I've gone through the time when I've called that the Great White Spirit, the universal energy, the source, and I've decided to embrace the fact that when I grew up, we called that God. And so when I talk to you and I say, this is God, I am talking about the universal source vibration that we all started with. Remember, we're all connected, right? So when I wake up in the morning and I see the earth and I share positive energy and I put in there all of the lonely children, whatever species they are, shares this light vibration, and we are igniting them so that they know that's right. That's right. I have a source that loves me. That's right. I have a power within me that can help me as I move through my day. Now, I do focus on children. I focus on pets and animals because they're the ones who can't speak for themselves. Well, they might speak for themselves, but people don't listen. So when I share and I do my free work, I focus on doing things for children, for animals, because that's what gives me the greatest sense of I'm making a difference. But you might be different. I don't know where your heart lies or what your heart's desire is. But wherever it is, I hope that you do take that time to step outside of your story and give of yourself to others. Now, when I was working in systems as a project leader, I dedicated time to helping others learn about project management. It's a skill. And when I was growing up in that discipline, we had to learn how to create airplanes. That's right. How would you do a job or a project to build an airplane? Because project management came from the military. So my discipline that I loved was coupled with something that I didn't know at all. And somehow I had to move through that. So that's kind of what you're doing now, because you're learning how to open up as a soul. And for many of you, you don't know what that is. You just know there's more than this life here on earth. And it's way confusing to learn something that's totally outside your comfort zone. And I'm sharing with you, I can teach you the language, or I can teach you how to recognize your language. My specialty is that I can talk to these beings of light, these vibrations that are around you. And sometimes they are colors, and sometimes they are beings that just look just like you and me. And they can be all kinds of different things. It can be a memory that's playing in your head, and I can pluck it out for you. But you can do it too. And by you learning how to do that, you are finding your language. You're discovering how your own divine soul is speaking to you, because you weren't born into this planet and left alone. It seems like that at times. I have plenty of clients who come to me, and one of their main issues is they feel they do not like humans. But you know what? I think we need to give that up. I think we need to embrace the fact that we're human. I'm a human. I'm here in this body and I'm human. But I'm also a divine soul. And I can be both. and I can see both in you. And if we learn to embrace that part of us that is here on this earth that's human, that may have been a part of some things we're not proud of, but let that go enough to be able to embrace the fact that God loves us anyway, that we can love ourselves anyway. And today can be the day you change completely and say, today I am going to take time to send love and light into the world. And it's free, it's simple, it's easy. Now, I have on this Experts platform several classes, and the ones that I want to share with you today are called Evergreen, meaning I've recorded them already, but they're out there waiting for you. And the ones that I have to do with learning how to channel this source I talk about. Now, how do you channel source already? How are you already talking to your angels, to the guides that are around you, maybe to your past loved ones? And how can you learn to do it and know they're in partnership with you? They're in partnership with you. So when I do mentoring with people, I work with you and your team. I used to call them your council of light, and I still do. But what happened for me was my council of light wanted me to know who they were. So I started to channel and ask them, what would you have me say? But channeling is also channeling energy all the way through from the top of your head, all the way through your hands and your feet, and bringing this vibration, this heat, this energy, and sharing it with the world. Sharing it with others. And putting in between those hands maybe the people that you would like to help feel better. And there's a difference here between helping people feel better, helping to support people, and healing them. What we're doing is sharing the vibration that they can heal, the vibration that we believe in them, that they have a higher, greater purpose in the world. And maybe they just need light, like a flashlight, like a beam of light, to see the love in themselves. So I want to be clear. My classes teach you how you are already channeling. They teach you how to do it in a more conscious way and how to use this magical force that's natural, that's around you all the time, to help you, to help your friends, to help your family, to help your work, to help your company, to help the earth, to help that little elephant who wants to go home. By showing your heart, by showing you care, by giving what you can. And you have so much to give. You have so much that when you tap into it, it like overflows and you find more. You find more. Isn't that fun? I also have classes out there that will help you learn how to explore your Akashic record. So your Akashic record is the record of your life, this life right here, today. But when you explore that life, you want to be able to see it in a way that allows you to get the message and not continue to be hurt. So many of us go there to look at things that have hurt us deeply, wounded us, that have hit us in our heart. And these classes, this work, this healing that gets channeled through me is here to help you expand your borders and your boundaries. Expand your vibrational energy so you are no longer in an energetic shell, in an energetic bubble, but instead you can stand proudly in the world and you can shine your light to others. Proud that you know how to do this. Happy that you're sharing it with others. Inspired to learn more about who you are. All those things you can do today. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. Not at all. Now, I also have some things out there that are free. And I call those soul healing. I have soul healing for health and happiness. There's soul healing for abundance. And this month, the month of April, we chose soul healing for love. For love. Because love is a vibration. It's an emotion, it's an vibration, and it's an energy. And it deserves respect. It deserves to be understood. It deserves to be allowed to be shared. The more you love, the more you can share your heart with your life, with your pets, with your loved ones, with your job, the more love you'll feel. It's an amazing organ, your heart. And it not only helps you and the world around you, do you know it can actually help your human heart, your physical heart? I have seen and been witness to incredible miracles. Incredible miracles on a physical level. And this happens through the ability to shift thoughts, to shift beliefs, to shift your energy, to visualize and imagine. All these things are true. And I have on my website, MaggieChula.com, a resource for you that's free. And that is what I use every morning to wake up, I build a column of light. I use the heart of the universe of God, I use the heart of the earth, and I use my heart. And all these hearts line up together and we build this column. So wherever I go, I'm protected, I'm safe, I don't take on the anxieties and the fears and frustrations of others. I shine my light out just as proudly as I can so that others can see it and go, you know, I have a sense of calm now. I think I can feel a little better. Okay, that's a start. If you can plug into your source, it's like taking a power cord and plugging it in and knowing that light, that healing light comes down, comes all the way down, goes all the way out in your hands and out your feet, goes deeply into the heart of the earth. You start to heal. You heal just by doing that. But I was reminded today, or this week, from a client that I have other steps. There are other steps. The morning routine, that's good. But you should also have something for an evening, right? And so what I'm going to do is put a class out. I have had some technical issues, but this class will be put out this evening, and it's going to be next week. And it will be on the evening. How do you prepare to go into that state where you go to the Akasha, where you go up and you talk to your source, where you can talk to loved ones, and you can learn how to be so close to those loved ones, you will know when you woke up you spoke to them. Now for me, I see it as a hallway. It's almost a vibrational hallway. We're over here on Earth, and they're over there. They don't have bodies. They are in pure source. But we meet in the middle. We meet in the middle. And my clients and my friends who have used these techniques, they know. They wake up and they're like, I talked to my mother, and here are the things we shared. Sometimes you don't remember what was said because you're speaking now on that soul language. Remember? You speak in a soul language. Sometimes it's memories, sometimes it's colors, it's shapes, it's characters. You'll begin to learn it. You'll begin to learn it. So that's what I'm here to share with you, how to heal your soul connection. Because healing that soul connection heals your physical body. Can you imagine that? Because if you can do it. It's not logical. It's not rational. It's not something you're going to find in a book, in a textbook. It's something you must experience for yourself because it uses your emotions. It uses your head and your heart, and it uses all of you. So, I want to thank you for joining me on these. I want to thank you for giving me some love, for sharing this with others, for telling me where you're from and what you would like to hear. Because I promise I come back and I look and I respond. And I want you to know it is with great love that I come here. And I know you can heal. I know you are a divine soul of light. And I see that in you. And I recognize that in you. And I hope you recognize it in yourself. So I must say goodbye. I've enjoyed being here. Go over to the experts.omtimes.com platform. Look for my classes. They're there. There are other teachers too. You can find teachers to help you. But for now, I must say goodbye. Have a pleasant week, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.